The Hebrew Alphabet, עברית Alephbet. Starting with the first letter. Aleph. Aleph sounds like A. The second letter is Bet. Bet sounds like Ba or like Va. The next letter is Gimel. Gimel sounds like Ga. The second one is another form of Gimel, and it sounds like Ja. Are you ready to learn your first Hebrew word? Abba. Abba means father, and it's spelled with Aleph, Bet, and Aleph. Abba. Next word is Gav, which means back, and it's spelled with Gimel and Bet. Gav. And if you want to say bug, referring to computer's bug, it is the same word in Hebrew, bug, and it is spelled with Bet, Aleph, and Gimel. The fourth letter is Dalet. Dalet sounds like Da. Here's another word, Dov. Dov means bear, and it's spelled with Daled and Bet, Dov. Now for another word, Gag, which means roof, and it's spelled with two Gimels, Gag. Next word, Dag, which means a fish, and it's spelled with Daled and Gimel, Dag. The next letter is Hey. Hey sounds either like Ha when it's in the beginning or middle of the word, or like A when it's at the end of the word. And now for a little quiz. What is the prettiest word there is in any language? No, it's not money, neither power. It's Ahava, which means love, and it's spelled with Aleph, Hey, Bet, Hey. Ahava. The next letter is Vav. Vav sounds like Va or O or U. First example, the name David. David ahav et Yehonatan, which means David loved Yehonatan. That's right, David. Next example is the word Dod, which means uncle. Used in a sentence, דוד שלי מירושלים הגיע אתמול, which means my uncle from Jerusalem arrived yesterday. Dod. And the next example is the word dud, which means electric water heater. Used in a sentence, בבקשה תדליק את הדוד, אני רוצה להתקלח, which means please turn on the water heater, I want to take a shower. Dud. The next letter is zayin, and it sounds like za. The next word is zahav, which means gold, and it's spelled with zayin, hey, bet. Zahav. Here's another word, zehev, which means wolf, and it's spelled with zayin, aleph, bet. Zehev. Here is another form of the letter zayin, and it sounds like French ja, and used for words such as genre, journal, jongleur, and jaquette. The next letter is the letter chet, and it sounds like cha. In many languages, this sound is not used at all. Therefore, it is kind of tricky to get used to this sound at first, but don't worry. You just need to practice some words and you'll finally get it. Let's start with the word Chag, which means holiday, and it's spelled with Chet and Gimel. Chag. Here's another word that starts with Chet, Chagav, which means grasshopper, and it's spelled with Chet, Gimel, and Bet. Chagav. Another word is Chad, which means sharp, and spelled with Chet, and daled, chad. Here's a great word, ach, which means brother, and it's spelled with alef and chet, ach. You will get to practice more of the letter chet as we move along. The next letter is tet. Tet sounds like ta. Here's a good word, tov, which means good, and it's spelled with tet, vav, and bet, tov. Next word with tet, chut, which means wire, or a sewing thread, or cord, or a string, and it's spelled with chet, vav, and tet, chut. We are already at the 10th letter of the Hebrew Alephbet. This is yod, and its sound is parallel to the use of y or I or e. Yod is also a word, iodine, and it's spelled with yod, vav, and daled, yod. The next word, yad. Yad is hand or arm, and it's spelled with yod and daled, yad. Here's another word, chaviv. It is an adjective, and it means nice, likable. It is spelled with chet, bet, yud, and bet, chaviv. The next letter is chaf. Chaf sounds like ka or like cha. And the next word is kabai. Kabai means firefighter. It is spelled with chaf, bet, alef, yud, kabai. Here's the next word, kochav. Kochav means a star. It is spelled with chaf, vav, chaf, and bet, kochav. Congratulations! You are already halfway through learning the entire Hebrew Alephbet. Let's continue. Now let's move on to the next letter, lamed. Lamed sounds like la. And the next word is lev. Lev is a heart, and it's spelled with lamed and bet, lev. Next word, kelev. Kelev is a dog, and it's spelled with chaf, lamed, and bet, kelev. Next word, yeled. Yeled is a boy, and it is spelled with yod, lamed, and daled, yeled. And yalda. Yalda is a girl, and it is spelled with yod, lamed, daled, hey, yalda. And now let's learn some new vocabulary with all the letters that we've learned so far. Kol, spelled with chaf and lamed, and means all. Klali, spelled with chaf, lamed, lamed, yod, and means general. Ulai, spelled with alef, vav, lamed, yud, and means maybe. Tiyul, spelled with tet, yod, vav, and lamed, and means travel or hike or a walk. Laila, spelled with lamed, yod, lamed, hey, and means night. Leta'a, spelled with lamed, tet, alef, hey, and means lizard. Kol, klali, ulai, tiyul, laila, leta'a. Everyone knows the word television. Television in Hebrew is televizia, and it's spelled with tet, lamed, vav, vav, yod, zayin, yod, hey. Televizia. Next word, glida, spelled with gimel, lamed, yod, daled, hey, and means ice cream. Koach, spelled with chaf and chet, and means power. Gadol, spelled with gimel, daled, vav, lamed, and means big. Gavoa, spelled with gimel, bet, vav, hey, and means tall. And the next word, lohet, spelled with lamed, vav, hey, and tet, and means very hot. Televizia, glida, koach, gadol, gavoa, lohet. Dear students, before we go on, don't forget, taking small breaks is required in order to stay in focus. So, grab a snack, drink some water, listen to your favorite happy song, take 3 deep breaths, and let's continue. This is the letter mem. Mem sounds like ma. Let's learn some new words. Ma, which means what, and spelled with mem, hey. Mi, which means who, and spelled with mem and yod. Meod, which means very, and spelled with mem, alef, vav, daled. Male, which means full, and spelled with mem, lamed, alef. Melach, which means salt, and spelled with mem, lamed, and chet. Mitbach, which means kitchen, and spelled with mem, tet, bet, and chet. Ma, mi, meod, male, melach, mitbach. The next letter is the letter nun, and it sounds like na. And now, let's go back to the letters chaf and mem and add the letter nun to them. What do they all have in common? They all belong to a group of letters that, when they appear at the end of the word, they change their appearance. As you can see here, chaf becomes chaf sofit, mem becomes mem sofit, and nun becomes nun sofit. There are 2 more letters in this group, which we will learn very soon. Here are some new words. Nehag, spelled with nun, hey, gimel, and means driver. Navon, spelled with nun, bet, vav, nun sofit, and means intelligent. Namuch, spelled with nun, mem, vav, chaf sofit, and means short. Namal, spelled with nun, mem, lamed, and means port. Nemala, spelled with nun, mem, lamed, hey, and means ant. Nachon, spelled with nun, chaf, vav, nun sofit, and means right. Nehag, navon, namuch, namal, nemala, nachon. Let's continue on with the letter samech. Samech sounds like sa. Here's a word with samech, sulam. Sulam means ladder, and it is spelled with samech, vav, lamed, mem sofit, sulam. The next word is the word sus. Sus means a horse, and it is spelled with samech, vav, samech, sus. The next letter is the letter ayin. Ayin sounds like ah, kind of like an accentuated ah. Ayin is also a word, and it means eye, and spelled with ayin, yud, nun sofit, ayin. The next word, agvania. Agvania means tomato, and it is spelled with ayin, gimel, bet, nun, yod, hey. Agvania. Let's move on to the letter P. P sounds like pa or like fa. P is also a word which means mouth, and it is spelled with P and hey. P. The next word is pil, which means elephant, and it is spelled with P, Yud, Lamed, pil. As to the form of the letter P that sounds like fa, it usually appears either in the middle of the word or at the end of the word. Here is an example, the word afifon, which means kite, and it is spelled with ayin, P, Yod, P, Vav, Nun sofit, afifon. Let's move on to the letter tsadi. Tsadi sounds like tsa. The second one is another form of the letter tsadi, and it sounds like cha. The next word is tseva, which means color, and it is spelled with tsadi, bet, ayin, tseva. The next word is tsalam. Tsalam means photographer, and it is spelled with the letters tsadi, lamed, mem sofit, tsalam. And now let's look at P and tsadi sofit. That's right, P and tsadi are the two additional letters that change their appearance when they appear at the end of the word, and so they add to the group of the 5 final letters, the otiyot sofiot: chaf sofit, mem sofit, nun sofit, P sofit, and tsadi sofit. Guess what? You are now just 4 letters away from finishing the entire Hebrew Alephbet. We are almost done. The next letter is the letter Kuf, and it sounds like ka. Here's a word that sounds like the letter Kuf. It is kof, and it means monkey. It's spelled with Kuf, Vav, Pe sofit. Kof. The next word is the word kafe, which means coffee, and it is spelled with kuf, pei, hey, kafe. Moving on to the next letter, the letter resh. Resh sounds like ra. This word is rofe, and it means doctor. Rofe is spelled with resh, vav, pei, alef. Rofe. The next word is the word rechov, which means street, and it is spelled with resh, chet, vav, bet. Rechov. The next letter is the letter shin. Shin sounds like sh or like s. Here is one of the most famous Hebrew words, shalom, which means either hello or peace, and it is spelled with shin, lamed, vav, mem sofit. Shalom. The next word is so yummy. Chocolate, which means, of course, chocolate, and it is spelled with shin, vav, kuf, vav, lamed, daled. Chocolate. As mentioned, another form of this letter sounds like s, and it is called sin. Here's an example. The word samech, which means happy, and spelled with sin, mem, chet. Sameach. Next word, se'ar, which means hair. Se'ar is spelled with sin, yod, ayin, resh. Se'ar. Hooray! We are now at the last letter of the Ivrit Alephbet, Tav. Then some more vocabulary for you, and we're done. This is the letter Tav. Tav sounds like ta. The next word is tof, which means drum. The word tof is spelled with taf, vav, pe sofit, tof. Here's a beautiful word, toda. Toda means thank you, and it is spelled with taf, vav, dalet, hey. Toda. And now that we've finished, here is a list of some more basic Hebrew words in alphabetical order. Ima, mother. Isha, woman. Achot, sister. Ulai, maybe. Ochel, food. Ani, I. Bevakasha, please. Ben, boy or son. Bat, girl or daughter. Bait, house or home. Beyachad, together. Ima, isha, achot, ulai, ochel, ani, bevakasha, ben, bat, bait, beyachad. Gvina, cheese. Geshem, rain. Delet, door. Doar, mail or post office. Horim, parents. Hayom, today. Harbe, much or a lot. Vered, rose. Vilon, curtain. Gvina, geshem, delet, doar, horim, hayom, harbe, vered, vilon. Zol, cheap. Zikaron, memory. Chof, beach. Chalon, window. Chalom, dream. Chulza, shirt. Cheder, room. Chatul, cat. Chaver, friend. Zol, zikaron, chof. Chalon, חלום, חולצה, חדר, חתול, חבר. טיול, trip or hike. טעים, tasty. יום, day. ים, sea. ירח, moon. יפה, beautiful. יקר, expensive or dear. כביש, road or route. כדור, ball. טיול, טעים, יום, ים, ירח, יפה, יקר, כביש, כדור. כיסא, chair, כתובת, address, כוח, power, כבשה, sheep, כן, yes, לא, no, לחם, bread, לאט, slowly, לבריאות, bless you, לחיים, cheers, להתראות, see you, bye. כיסא, כתובת, כוח, כבשה, כן, לא, לחם, לאט, לבריאות, לחיים, להתראות. מוזיקה, music, מכונית, car, מונית, taxi, מטוס, airplane, מזג אוויר, weather, מחר, tomorrow, מחשב, computer, מיטה, bed, מסעדה, restaurant, משפחה, family, מקום, place, מוזיקה, מכונית, מונית, מטוס, מזג אוויר, מחר, מחשב, מיטה, מסעדה, משפחה, מקום. נר, candle, נסיכה, princess, נהר, river, נייר, paper, נקי, clean, סיפור, story, sport is sport, ספר, book, סרט, movie, נר, נסיכה, נהר, נייר, נקי, סיפור, ספורט, ספר, סרט. עוגה, קייק, עיגול, circle, עלה, leaf, עולם, world, עיר, city, עכשיו, now, ענן, cloud, פה, here, פשוט, simple, פתוח, open, עוגה, עיגול, עלה, עולם, עיר, עכשיו, ענן, פה, פשוט, פתוח. פרח, flower, פרי, fruit, פרה, cow, פעם, once, פעמיים, twice, צב, turtle, צבי, deer, ציפור, bird, צבע, color, צורה, shape, צל, shadow, פרח, פרי, פרה, פעם, פעמיים, צב, צבי, ציפור, צבע, צורה, צל. קבוצה, group, קצת, a little, קטן, small, קר, cold, קל, easy, קשה, difficult, ראש, head, רגל, leg, רכבת, train, רגע, moment, קבוצה, קצת, קטן, קר, קל, קשה, ראש, רגל, רכבת, רגע. שם, name, שמיים, sky, שמש, sun, שאלה, question. שולחן, table. שעה, hour. שבוע, week. שנה, year. שפה, language. שירותים, toilet or bathroom. שם, שמיים, שמש, שאלה, שולחן, שעה, שבוע, שנה, שפה, שירותים. תיק, bag. תה, tea. תות, strawberry. תפוז, orange. תינוק, baby. תחביב, hobby. תמונה, picture. תחנה, station. תשובה, answer. תנועה, traffic. תיק, תה, תות, תפוז, תינוק, תחביב, תמונה, תחנה, תשובה, תנועה. Congratulations! You've made it! You finished learning the entire Hebrew Alphabet and your first Hebrew vocabulary. Respect! כל הכבוד! To schedule one-on-one Hebrew lessons, click the link in the description and book your lesson now. Don't forget to check out the lessons packages and get a discount. If you like this video, please don't forget to click the like button and to subscribe and stay tuned for more videos. See you soon!